Rain hammered the cracked pavement outside Java Junction. Isla pressed her forehead against the fogged window, watching her last $5 disappear into a cappuccino she didn't even want. The barista called her name wrong. Again. Her vintage Levi's jacket dripped onto the scuffed floor. Black cargo pants stuck to her legs. The white baby tee underneath clung damper than she'd like. Her Converse squeaked as she grabbed her cup and turned straight into a wall of expensive cologne and cashmere. Coffee exploded across a charcoal sweater that probably cost more than her rent. Oh my God. Her voice cracked. I'm so sorry. He stood there, tall and unfairly put together. Designer black trousers, leather shoes that reflected the dim cafe lights. Silver rings on both hands. Dark hair pushed back, still perfect despite the rain outside. His eyes were almost black, intense in a way that made her stomach flip. It's fine. His voice was smooth, controlled. It's really not. That sweater looks expensive. It is. A pause. But it's just a sweater. She grabbed napkins, dabbing uselessly at the stain. He caught her wrist. Gentle, but firm. Her breath hitched. Stop. Really? It's okay. Their eyes locked. The cafe noise faded. Rain tapped against glass. Someone laughed in the background, but all she heard was her own heartbeat. Let me buy you another coffee, he said. Since yours is on me now. I can't. I don't take things from strangers. Then tell me your name. We won't be strangers. She hesitated. Everything about him screamed danger. Too smooth. Too confident. Too interested in a broke art student with paint under her nails. Isla. Roman. He extended his hand. She shook it. His palm was warm, calloused in unexpected places. Now we're not strangers. He ordered her a new coffee. Then another. They sat by the window as rain turned the city into watercolor. He asked about her art. She asked why someone dressed like that hung out in dive cafes. He smiled but didn't answer. 2 hours vanished. I should go, she said, checking her phone. Dead battery. Of course. Let me give you a ride. Absolutely not. It's pouring. You'll get sick. I literally just met you. He pulled out his phone, opened Instagram, showed her a verified account. 2.3 million followers. Roman Ashford. Tech entrepreneur. Philanthropist. Photos of him at galas, conferences, charity events. See? I'm very Googleable. Probably safer than a taxi. She bit her lip. Studied him. Fine. But if you're a serial killer, I'm haunting you. His laugh was unexpected. Real. Deal. The car was a sleek black Mercedes, interior cream leather. It smelled like cedar and rain. Soft electronic music played low. She gave him her address, a 4th-floor walk-up in a neighborhood he definitely didn't belong in. They sat in silence. Comfortable. Strange. Why'd you really talk to me? She asked as they stopped at a red light. He glanced at her. Something flickered in his expression. Pain, maybe. Or recognition. You reminded me of someone I used to know. Someone good? Someone gone. The light turned green. He drove. The city blurred past, neon signs bleeding color across wet streets. When they reached her building, she unbuckled slowly. Thank you. For the coffee. The ride. All of it. Isla. He turned to face her fully. Can I see you again? Every warning bell in her head screamed. But her heart was louder. Maybe. She climbed out. Halfway to her door, she turned back. He was watching her through the rain-streaked window. She lifted her hand. He raised his. Inside her apartment, she Googled him properly. The articles loaded slow on her crappy Wi-Fi. Roman Ashford. Self-made millionaire at 28. Tech startup sold for $200 million. Rumored to be ruthless in business. Private personal life. One photo from 3 years ago showed him with a girl. The caption mentioned a tragedy. Details sparse. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. This is probably creepy, but I got your number from the cafe receipt. Coffee again tomorrow? I promise I'll wear something cheaper. R. She stared at the message. Fingers hovering. You're insane, she whispered to herself. She typed back. Only if you tell me about the girl in the photo. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Deal. But you have to tell me why you looked me up. She smiled despite herself. Because rich guys don't hang out in dive cafes unless they're running from something. His response came instantly. Maybe I just found something worth running toward. She wore her good jeans. The ones without paint stains. A black cropped sweater, layered gold necklaces her mom gave her before she stopped calling. Hair down, wavy, slightly messy. Red lipstick she kept reapplying. He showed up in a simple white button-down, sleeves rolled to his elbows, revealing a tattoo she hadn't noticed before. Black ink, Roman numerals. Dark jeans, same leather shoes. A watch that could pay her tuition. They met at her gallery. Her work hung on the walls. Small pieces, experimental, raw. Colors that screamed what she couldn't say out loud. These are yours? He stopped in front of a canvas. Midnight blue bleeding into violent red. Yeah. They're angry. You don't like them. I didn't say that. He moved closer to the painting. I said they're angry. And they're incredible. What were you feeling when you made this? She swallowed hard. Trapped. He turned to her. And now? Still figuring that out. They walked through the gallery. He asked questions other people didn't. Not about technique or inspiration, but about truth. What she was afraid of. What made her create. What she was running from. Over wine at a bar that was too nice for her, she asked about the girl. His jaw tightened. Her name was Evelyn. My sister. Was? Car accident. 3 years ago. I was driving. His fingers traced the condensation on his glass. Some nights I still hear the sound. Metal on metal. Her screaming. Then nothing. Isla's chest tightened. Roman. Everyone said it wasn't my fault. Drunk driver ran a red light. But I should have seen him coming. Should have swerved faster. Should have protected her. You can't control everything. I've spent 3 years trying. He drained his glass. Building companies, making money, staying busy. Anything to not think about the fact that she's gone and I'm still here. Is that why you talked to me? Because I reminded you of her? At first, maybe. He met her eyes. But you're nothing like her. She was sunshine. You're a storm. And I think I've been waiting for someone to shake me awake. Her hand found his across the table. I'm broken too, you know. In case you were looking for someone whole. I don't want whole. I want real. They kissed in the rain outside the bar. Soft at first, then desperate. Like they were both drowning and each other was air. His hands tangled in her wet hair. Her fingers gripped his shirt. The city disappeared. Back at his penthouse, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking glittering lights, she stood in his living room feeling completely out of place. Minimalist furniture, abstract art, a grand piano she bet he actually knew how to play. "This is insane," she breathed. "What is? You. Me. This." She gestured around. "A week ago I was eating ramen in my bathtub because my kitchen flooded. Now I'm in a penthouse with a guy who has Rothkos on his wall. They're investments. Everything's an investment to you, isn't it?" "Not everything." He pulled her close. "Not you." They talked until sunrise. About his guilt. Her abandonment issues. His need for control. Her fear of being controlled. They were broken in different ways that somehow fit together like shattered glass making a mosaic. As dawn turned the sky pink, she stood at the window in his shirt, her clothes drying somewhere. He came up behind her, arms circling her waist. "Stay," he whispered against her neck. "I have class." "Skip it." "Roman." "Isla." He turned her to face him. "I know this is fast. I know it's crazy. But I haven't felt alive in 3 years. And you make me feel everything." She kissed him instead of answering. Because words felt inadequate for whatever this was becoming. Her phone buzzed. Text from her roommate. "Girl, where are you? Your professor called looking for you. Also some guy named Marcus came by asking about you. Said he was an old friend. Seemed off. Be careful." Her blood went cold. Marcus. She hadn't heard that name in 6 months. Since she left her hometown. Since she ran. "What's wrong?" Roman saw her face change. "Nothing. I need to go." "Isla. Please. I need to go." He drove her home in tense silence. At her building, she hesitated. "The girl in my past. The one I don't talk about." She couldn't look at him. "It's not pretty. And if he found me, things are about to get complicated." "Who's Marcus?" "Someone I thought I left behind." She opened the door. "Maybe this was a mistake. You and me. You don't need my mess." "Too late. I'm already in." He caught her hand. "Whatever you're running from, you don't have to run alone anymore." She wanted to believe him. But the text message felt like a noose tightening. "I'll call you," she lied. She didn't call. 3 days of silence. 3 days of ignoring his texts. 3 days of looking over her shoulder, seeing Marcus in every shadow. On the 4th day, she came home to her apartment trashed. Paintings slashed. Clothes everywhere. A note on her bed in handwriting that made her hands shake. "You can't hide forever. We need to talk. M." She grabbed her phone with trembling fingers. Dialed Roman. "Isla? Where have you been? I need help." Her voice cracked. "Please. I need you." Roman's penthouse felt different at 2 a.m. Less pristine, more lived in. He'd given her his hoodie. Gray, oversized, smelling like him. She sat curled on his leather couch, knees to her chest, while he made tea neither of them would drink. "Talk to me." He sat beside her, close but not touching. Waiting. "Marcus was my boyfriend. Back home." The words tasted like ash. "We were together 2 years. I thought I loved him. Thought he loved me. What happened? He got possessive. Then controlling. Then violent." She pulled the sleeves over her hands. "It started small. Checking my phone. Questioning where I'd been. Who I talked to. Then he started showing up places. My work. My friends' houses. Everywhere. Roman's jaw clenched. Did he hurt you? He shoved me once. Hard enough I hit the wall. That's when I knew I had to leave. So I packed one bag, bought a bus ticket, and disappeared. No forwarding address. New number. I thought I was safe. How'd he find you? Social media, probably. I posted my gallery show. Stupid. I was just so proud and I forgot to be careful. None of this is your fault. Isn't it though? She finally met his eyes. I should have reported him. Should have got a restraining order. Should have been smarter. Isla. He took her hand. You survived. That's what matters. And now we figure out how to keep you safe. This isn't your problem. The hell it isn't. You're mine now. That makes it my problem. Something in his intensity scared and thrilled her equally. You barely know me. I know enough. I know you're brave as hell. I know you make art that breaks my heart. I know you kiss like you're afraid I'll disappear. And I know I'd burn this whole city down before I let him touch you. Roman, that's insane. So is falling for someone in 2 weeks. But here we are. They sat in charged silence. Rain started again, pattering against impossible windows. There's more, she whispered. About why I ran. Tell me. Marcus. He wasn't just controlling. He was involved in things. Bad things. Money laundering through his family's business. I found out by accident. Saw documents I shouldn't have. When I confronted him, he said if I ever told anyone, he'd make sure I disappeared. So you ran. I ran. But now he's here and I don't know what he wants. Money. Silence. Me. She laughed bitterly. Probably all three. Roman stood, paced to the window. His reflection ghostly in the glass. We go to the police. And say what? My ex-boyfriend left a note? They'll tell me to file a report and send me home. Marcus has connections. Money. Lawyers. I have nothing. You have me. You're not a superhero, Roman. You can't just fix this with your credit card. He turned, eyes dark. Watch me. Something in his expression made her pulse quicken. Not fear. Recognition. He had that same hunger for control she'd been running from. Just pointed in a different direction. What are you planning? Let me worry about that. You just stay here. Stay safe. I can't live in your penthouse forever. Why not? He sat beside her again, closer. Move in. Officially. Let me keep you safe. That's crazy. We've known each other 2 weeks. So, normal people don't move in together after 2 weeks. We're not normal people, Isla. We're two broken people who found each other in the wreckage. Normal doesn't apply to us. She wanted to argue. But his couch was comfortable. His hoodie smelled like safety. And her apartment was a crime scene of slashed paintings and violated privacy. Okay. Okay. I'll stay. For now. Until we figure this out. He kissed her. Slow, deep, full of promises and possession. When they broke apart, she was breathless. I have to tell you something, he said. And you're going to be mad. Her stomach dropped. What? I already looked into Marcus. Had my security team dig into his background. The money laundering. His family business. All of it. You what? I'm sorry. I should have asked. But the second you mentioned his name, I needed to know what we were dealing with. That's a massive invasion of privacy. I know. And I'm sorry. But Isla, It's worse than you thought. He's not just involved in money laundering. His family is connected to some seriously dangerous people. If he's here looking for you, it's not just about winning you back. Then what's it about? Roman's expression went cold. Hard. I think you saw more than you realize. And I think he's here to make sure you stay quiet. Permanently. The tea went cold between them. Outside, the city that never slept glittered with indifferent beauty. So what do we do? She asked. We fight back. But we do it smart. We do it my way. Your way. I have resources. People. Connections. We build a case. Gather evidence. Make sure when we take him down, he stays down. You sound like you've done this before. A pause. Too long. I told you I've spent 3 years trying to control everything. You think I built a tech empire by playing nice? I know how to handle men like Marcus. Roman. What exactly are you involved in? Nothing illegal. But not everything I do is sunshine and rainbows either. I've made enemies. Crushed competitors. Used information as currency. I'm not the good guy you think I am. I never thought you were good. I thought you were real. He laughed, sharp and bitter. Careful, Isla. You might be falling for a villain. Maybe I like villains better than heroes. Heroes are predictable. They kissed again. Harder. Desperate. Like they were both trying to prove something. When they finally pulled apart, dawn was creeping across the skyline. Promise me something, she said. Anything. No more secrets. Whatever you're planning. Whatever happens. We're in this together. Equals. He hesitated. Just a fraction of a second. But she caught it. Roman. Promise. I promise. The lie tasted sweet when he kissed her. She pretended not to notice. 2 weeks of living like fugitive royalty. Room service breakfasts. Designer clothes appearing in her size. Roman's driver taking her to class, waiting, bringing her back. It felt like a beautiful cage. She wore his gifts now. A black silk camisole, high-waisted trousers, boots that cost more than her old rent. Gold hoops. Hair straightened, sleek. She looked expensive. Felt like a fraud. Marcus went quiet. No more notes. No sightings. It should have felt like relief. Instead, it felt like held breath before a scream. He's planning something, she told Roman over wine. They sat on his terrace, the city sprawled below like a circuit board. My team is watching him. The second he makes a move, we'll know. Your team. You keep saying that. Who are these people? Security. Investigators. People I trust. Do you trust me? He set down his glass. Of course. Then why do I feel like you're keeping something from me? Isla. Every time I ask about your plan, you change the subject. Every time I offer to help, you tell me to stay put and look pretty. I'm not a doll in your penthouse, Roman. I'm a person. This is my life. I'm trying to protect you. By shutting me out? She stood, paced. I left Marcus because he tried to control me. I won't let you do the same thing, even if it comes wrapped in Prada and good intentions. That's not fair. Isn't it? You investigated him without telling me. You're planning something you won't share. You've got people following me that I've never met. How is that different? Because I love you. The words dropped like stones. I love you, and I'm terrified of losing you the way I lost Evelyn. So yes, I'm being controlling. Yes, I'm keeping things from you. Because if something happened to you, it would destroy me. And I can't lose someone else I love. I won't survive it. Silence. Traffic hummed far below. A helicopter passed, red lights blinking. You love me, she repeated. Yes. We've known each other 3 weeks. I don't care. She crossed to him, cupped his face. I love you too. Which is why you need to trust me. Really trust me. Not just lock me in a tower and fight dragons alone. What if I fail? What if I can't protect you? Then we fail together. But we don't do this without me. Not anymore. He pulled her into his lap, buried his face in her neck. She felt him shaking. This powerful, controlled man, falling apart in her arms. Okay, he whispered. Together. I'll tell you everything. They went inside. He pulled out files. Documents. Photos. A whole investigation spread across his dining table. Marcus is here because his family's operation got raided last month. Feds seized their records. But some files are missing. Files you might have seen. They think you copied them. That you're planning to testify. But I didn't. I just saw them by accident. I never copied anything. Marcus doesn't believe that. His family doesn't believe that. They sent him to find you. To get the files, or make sure you can't talk. Either way. Ice water in her veins. So, what's your plan? We give them what they want. But on our terms. I don't have any files. They don't know that. We create fake files. Make them think you're willing to trade. Draw them out. Record the exchange. Get enough evidence to bury them. That's insane. And dangerous. It's the only way to end this. Otherwise, you're looking over your shoulder forever. She studied the documents. Bank transfers. Shell companies. Photos of Marcus with men in expensive suits. Cold eyes. Dead eyes. When? She asked. 2 days. There's a charity gala. Public. Safe. I've arranged for you to attend as my date. Marcus will be there. His family bought a table trying to look legitimate. We make contact. Set up the exchange. Then we trigger the trap. You've thought of everything. I've tried. Something felt wrong. Too smooth. Too perfect. But she pushed the feeling down. This was Roman. He loved her. He was trying to help. The night of the gala, she wore emerald green. A dress that cost more than her tuition. Hair up, makeup dramatic. Diamonds borrowed from Roman's safe. She looked like she belonged in his world. Felt like an imposter. The venue glittered. Old money and new. Champagne and careful smiles. Roman kept her close, hand on her lower back. Possessive. Protective. There. He nodded across the room. That's Marcus. She saw him. Older than she remembered. Harder. In a tailored tux, laughing with a blonde woman who looked bored. When his eyes found hers, his smile went cold. It's okay, Roman murmured. I've got you. Marcus approached during cocktail hour. Smooth. Confident. Isla. Been a long time. Not long enough. Harsh. I just wanted to talk. Clear the air. Maybe over drinks? She's not interested, Roman said. And you are? Roman Ashford. Her boyfriend. Marcus's smile sharpened. The tech guy. Right. Well, Isla, when you're done playing dress up with the billionaire, we should chat. About old times. Old files. Old mistakes. He walked away. Isla's hands shook. Roman steadied her. That was the contact. Now we wait for him to reach out about meeting. An hour later, a text. Unknown number. Tomorrow. Pier 15. Midnight. Bring the files. Come alone or she gets hurt. They're threatening me, Isla breathed. Expected. Don't worry. My team will be everywhere. You'll never be alone. But that night, back at the penthouse, she couldn't sleep. Roman held her, traced patterns on her skin, whispered promises. But something gnawed at her. At 3 a.m., while he slept, she went to his office. Opened his laptop. His password was her name. Sweet. Trusting. The emails loaded. She scrolled. Stopped. A thread with someone named Vincent. Recent. Detailed. Target confirmed at Gala. Exchange set for Pier 15. Once we have confirmation she doesn't have the files, proceed with removal. Make it look like the boyfriend did it. Jealous rage. Plant evidence. Should close the case cleanly. Her blood turned to ice. Another email. Older. Ashford, the girl is a liability. The family wants her gone. You help us, we make your legal troubles disappear. Your SEC investigation goes away. Everyone wins. Except her. She couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. Roman was working with them. With Marcus's family. This whole thing, the protection, the plan, the love, it was all a setup to kill her. She backed away from the laptop. Hands over her mouth to keep from screaming. You're up late. She spun. Roman stood in the doorway. Hair messy. Shirtless. Beautiful and terrible. Who's Vincent? Her voice shook. His expression went cold. Careful. Isla. Who is he, Roman? It's not what you think. You're working with them. With Marcus. You're going to kill me. No. God, no. Let me explain. Explain? You were going to murder me and frame yourself? That doesn't even make sense. I was never going to hurt you. Those emails, they're old. From before I met you. The SEC was investigating me for insider trading. Marcus's family offered to make it disappear if I helped them find you. I was considering it. Then I met you. Everything changed. I don't believe you. Isla, please. How much of this was real? The coffee shop. The rides. The love. Was any of it real or was I just a mark? All of it was real. I swear. Yes, I was looking for you initially. Yes, I had ulterior motives. But the second I knew you, really knew you, I couldn't do it. That's why I've been protecting you. Why I made this plan. To save you from them and from what I almost did. You lied to me. About everything. I was trying to fix it. To make it right. By lying more? She grabbed her coat. Her bag. I'm leaving. You can't. They'll kill you. Maybe. But at least they're honest about wanting me dead. You wore a mask and called it love. Isla, please. Don't go. Not like this. She stopped at the door. Looked back at him. This man she'd given everything to. This beautiful, broken liar. I really did love you. That's the worst part. I actually believed you were different. I am different now. Because of you. Too late, Roman. You should have been different before. She walked out. The elevator ride down felt like falling. The city night air slapped her face. Cold. Real. Her phone buzzed. Roman. She blocked him. Another buzz. Unknown number. Smart girl. Now let's talk. Really talk. She stood on the sidewalk, alone, broke, with nowhere safe to go. And finally, she let herself cry. The coffee shop where it all began. Full circle. Poetic. Nauseating. Isla sat by the same window, different clothes. Thrift store jeans, her old jacket, scuffed Converse. Like armor. Like herself. Marcus slid into the seat across from her. Still perfect. Still dangerous. No billionaire boyfriend today? We broke up. Smart. He was using you, you know. For my family. We had a deal. I know. I found out. And yet, here you are. Meeting me. Why? She met his eyes. Because I'm tired of running. Because I want this to end. And because I need to know what you actually want from me. He leaned back, studied her. The files you saw. Did you copy them? No. Do you remember what was in them? Bank accounts. Names. Transactions. Some of it. Not all. Enough to testify? Probably. He nodded slowly. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to sign an NDA. You're going to agree to never speak about what you saw. In exchange, we leave you alone. Forever. You disappear, we disappear. Clean break. And if I refuse? Then this gets messy. For you. For your family back home. For anyone you care about. We're not subtle when we need to be. You're threatening me. I'm offering you a way out. Take it. She should have been scared. Should have felt trapped. Instead, she felt strangely calm. I'll sign. On one condition. You're not in a position to negotiate. I want Roman left alone. Whatever deal you had with him, it's done. His SEC investigation goes away like you promised. He's out. Completely. Marcus laughed. You're protecting the guy who betrayed you? I'm protecting someone who made a mistake. We all deserve a second chance. Noble. Stupid. But noble. He pulled out papers. It's already done. Ashford's investigation was dropped yesterday. He kept his end. Helped us find you. Now he's free. So, all of this. The gala. The setup. It was just to get me to sign? Essentially. Though the peer thing, that was real. If you hadn't found those emails, hadn't run, tomorrow would have ended differently for you. Your boyfriend buying out changed the plan. Decided you were worth more alive and silent than dead and newsworthy. She took the papers. Read them. Legally binding. Ironclad. She signed. There. Done. I'm a ghost. You never see me again. Smart girl. He stood. For what it's worth, I did care about you. Once. Before things got complicated. That doesn't make it better. I know. He left. She sat there, legally silenced, technically free. Her phone buzzed. She'd unblocked one number. I know you probably hate me. I know I don't deserve forgiveness. But I need you to know that loving you changed me. Whatever I was before, whatever deal I made, it doesn't matter now. You made me want to be better. I'm sorry I learned that lesson too late. If you need anything, ever, I'm here. Always. R. She stared at the message. Typed. Deleted. Typed again. I signed the NDA. It's over. They're leaving us both alone. You're free from the investigation. I'm free to disappear. We both get to start over. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared. Not over. Not for me. Where are you? She shouldn't answer. Should block him again. Should walk away. Java Junction. Our coffee shop. Don't move. Please. He arrived in 15 minutes. Breathless. Hair messy. In jeans and a t-shirt, not the designer armor. Looking human. Breakable. They sat across from each other. The barista called someone's name wrong. Rain started outside. Deja vu in reverse. I'm sorry, he said. For all of it. The lies. The manipulation. The betrayal. I was trying to save my company, my reputation, and I lost sight of everything that actually mattered. I should hate you. You should. I don't. I want to. But I don't. Isla. But I can't trust you. And without trust, we're nothing. We're just two broken people using each other to feel less alone. So, what do? We say goodbye. Really goodbye. You go build your empire. I go make my art. We remember each other as the beautiful mistake we were. What if I don't want that? What if I want to fight for this? Then you're fighting alone. Because I'm done fighting. I'm tired, Roman. I just want peace. He reached across the table. She let him take her hand. One last time. I love you. That was real. All of it. I know. I love you too. That's why I have to leave. She stood. He didn't stop her. Didn't chase her. Just sat there, perfect and destroyed, watching her walk away through rain-blurred glass. Outside, the city smelled like wet concrete and new beginnings. She had $17. No plan. Nowhere to go. Her phone buzzed. A notification. Bank transfer. She opened it. $500,000. From Roman. With a note. Not a cage. Not control. Just a chance. Use it to disappear. Use it to make art. Use it to build the life you deserve. No strings. No contact. Just love, setting you free. R. She stood in the rain, crying and laughing at the same time. This beautiful, broken boy. This terrible, perfect love. She transferred half back to him. Kept half. Typed one last message. Half for you. Half for me. We both get to start over. Thank you for showing me I'm worth saving. Even if I have to save myself. His response came instantly. You were never the one who needed saving. You saved me. She blocked his number. For real this time. Forever this time. 6 months later, her paintings hung in a real gallery. Her own work. Her own name. Critics called her raw. Fearless. A voice of her generation. She wore paint-stained jeans and her old Converse. Red lipstick. Messy hair. Herself, completely. Someone bought her centerpiece. The gallery owner handed her champagne, gushing about the price. Who bought it? She asked. Anonymous buyer. Paid double asking price. Said it reminded him of someone he used to know. She knew. Without asking. Without proof. She knew. That night, alone in her studio apartment bought with money that tasted like goodbye, she painted. Midnight blue. Violent red. Storm and sunset mixing into something neither dark nor light. She titled it, The End of Running. And for the first time in her life, she felt free. The end.